Hello, and welcome to the first episode of our new quiz series, Krasstermind, a show that, for legal reasons, is no way based off of BBC Two's Mastermind. I'm your host, Archie Corbett, and each episode we'll be having a different darts player sat in the virtual hot seat. They'll be answering 90 seconds worth of questions on their chosen subject, and then 2 minutes on some general knowledge. Each episode will update the Krasstermind leaderboard, and eventually we'll have a Krasstermind champion. With all that being said, would our first guest like to give his name?
Ricky Evans.
Occupation?
Sometimes a professional dart player.
And your chosen subject?
The wonderful Manchester United.
Good stuff. Okay, so your 90 seconds start now. Before they became Manchester United, the club were known by what name?
Newton Heath.
Correct. Which player is affectionately known as the King to Man United fans?
The King. Cantona.
Correct. In the 1994-95 season, Cantona famously kung fu kicked a fan during a game for Manchester United. Which team were his side playing when this happened?
Crystal Palace.
Correct. Wayne Rooney scored 253 goals in 13 years for the club, but which team did he score a hat-trick against on his Man United debut?
Fenerbahce.
Correct. Which team did United play in a game in October 2004 that became known as the Battle of the Buffet or Pizzagate?
Arsenal.
Correct. A scout sent a telegram to a Man United manager saying, "I think I found you a genius." Which player was the scout referring to?
Michael Carrick.
George Best. Which pundit, referring to Sir Alex Ferguson's Man United team in 1995, famously said, "You can't win anything with kids"?
Oh, yeah. Alan Hansen.
Correct. Ferguson famously kicked a boot at which player on his own team, injuring his eye?
David Beckham.
Correct. Man United inflicted their biggest Premier League win, 9-0, on which opponent in 1995?
Ipswich.
Correct. In Man United's 2008 Champions League final victory over Chelsea on penalties, I've started, so I'll finish. Who was the only Red Devils player to miss a spot kick?
Oh, wow. I remember this game, but I don't remember the pens. I'm going to go Ronaldo.
Correct.
Oh,
Ricky, you've done brilliant on your specialised subject, so you've got yourself 9 points.
Not even a fan. Yeah.
That was a great round. How do you think you did?
I'm a weird person, but some subjects I'll name them everything. I could obscure. If you basically you can tell me the goalie now, I'll probably forget. But yeah, I can get obscure stuff. So yeah, I'll take that.
You've done very well. Did you say you weren't a fan as well?
Big fan.
I was going to say.
Don't know why. Not from where I'm from. It's weird because I'm about 2.5 hours away. But yeah, I don't know how I'm a Man United fan, but
most United fans aren't from Manchester. You're all right. So
I agree. That's why everyone loves us.
Yeah. So just before we go into the general knowledge, how you been dealing with lockdown?
Just boredom, really. I guess I've said it in numerous interviews last year when it was maybe the hot weather, and I think the family were bored of me, fed up of me, really. But I'm just getting my practice in, I guess. Yeah, I don't even know what to do. I'm waking up some days 8 o'clock in the morning, some days at midday, being a right lazy, and there's nothing to look forward to. It's either snooker on one week or bowls the next, and yeah, I can't wait for everything to ease and darts is back on in the pubs and the local opens and the PDC. Yeah, just. I can't deal with this no more.
And how was it? Obviously, you've come off the back of the World Championships, and you've had a bit of a break since then. How was it playing in front of no fans? I'm sure you've been asked this before, but no one in the arena. It's got to be weird, isn't it?
It's for me personally. I didn't like it, but because I like to take a bit of the fans, atmosphere. I guess I didn't feel I played my A game, but on the other side, I felt I played a little bit better because I was concentrating more. So it works both ways with me. Where the crowd wasn't there, I didn't do my silly dances, my silly faces, whatever I pulled, my little mess about, jig. And I was a bit more angrier and a bit more concentrated. And it kind of, I wouldn't say it kind of helped because I still got beat 4-0, but I played quite well. So
Yeah, you played very well in that game.
It must be something to like understand. It's something that I must hopefully get used to, because it's I don't even know what the words to say. Hopefully it's not for much longer, but I do know now, if we have future tournaments going on with the isolation, I can deal with it, because most of the opponents or the people in the tournament, I reckon I probably would have beaten that day. So it's one of them.
It certainly is. Right, let's get into your general knowledge then. Let's put that to the test. So your 2 minutes of general knowledge starts now. What does Craig David do with his date on Tuesday in his song 7 Days?
Took her for a drink.
Correct. In which fictional town is the Netflix show Stranger Things primarily set?
Fictional town. Gosford.
Hawkins. In 2005, which social network was purchased by ITV for £120 million?
Snapchat.
Friends Reunited. A glossectomy is the removal of all of or part of which body part?
Nails.
Tongue.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
Which English sir had number ones in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s?
Cliff Richard.
Yep. In which US state would you find Mount Rushmore?
Kansas.
South Dakota. A South African-born Elon Musk is the CEO of which global brand?
I know this as well. It's mented. DHL. It's not
them. Tesla.
That's it. Yeah.
In 1936, Jesse Owens won 4 gold medals at the Summer Olympics in which city?
Munich. No.
Berlin.
Yeah.
Lucky. Who holds the world record for the most single twos hit on a dartboard in a minute?
This guy.
Correct. Hamilton has become one of the biggest musical theatre shows of its time since it debuted in 2015. But what is the name of the acclaimed star who wrote it?
John Barrowman.
Lin-Manuel Miranda. Who won the 2020 Sports Personality of the Year?
2020. Lewis Hamilton.
Correct. Which popular video game franchise... I'll start, so I've finished. Which popular video game franchise has released games with the subtitles World at War and Black Ops?
I don't play games. COD. Call of Duty.
Correct.
Yes.
Pulled that one out at the end. Awesome.
Don't know how that. Yeah. All these posts I see of some dart players play, don't they? Bunted and all them.
Yeah. Right. So you have scored 5 points on general knowledge. How do you think that went?
There were some rare ones there, Bal.
There were some stinkers in there, weren't there? Yeah.
You must have Googled some of that.
Yeah, no, there were some tricky ones in there, but I feel like you did pretty well.
You won't get them on the chase later today.
Yeah. Did you like that I slipped in one where you definitely get the answer though?
Yeah, well, just common sense, and everything that's going to be any darts questions. Who did this in the most time or certain time is pretty much me in it. But yeah.
You beat Lee Mack on that, didn't you?
Apparently, yeah. I didn't realise that he was the world record holder before. I watched the Would I Lie to You over, and I didn't realise, yeah, because I'm a big fan of him, like not going out and all that.
Yeah.
And, I'd love to meet him one day. I don't really expect it to happen, but just to say to him, yeah, I like you. You're my kind of comedian or whatever, but
yeah, and I'll set your world record. Yeah. Right. Well, Ricky, you scored 14 overall, so obviously no one's done it yet. So we'll see how everyone else gets on. So you're our testing guinea pig. But I think you did pretty well, you know.
Yeah, it's not bad. I watch. Well, I won't say I watch. I do a lot of quizzing. So if the PDC player's got like a question saying who's the cleverest, you look at me, you look at my social media, you don't think I'm actually that clever, but I know a lot of stuff, and I do the chase and all the tipping point and all that. Yeah. Malarkey. So I actually really clued up, and pub quizzes when they eventually get going again. I like to go into them
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully I win. I'm gonna give it stacks if I do.
That's it. You no, you definitely did pretty well. Who on the PDC tour is there anyone on the PDC tour you're sort of wary of? You know, anyone that's a bit clever out there? Anyone, or do you think you're
All
top dog?
depends on the subject, I guess, because
Yeah.
obviously I share a room with Bunting sometimes, and if you ask him about Liverpool and whatever, you probably get a few, but you ask him about some random stuff, you'll never get it. So there's a lot of people I know that won't get stuff, but there's a lot of players that I think know the odd thing about football, maybe sport, but yeah, I reckon I'm up there. I'm definitely up there quizzing. I know I am. So I just don't think they know because I'm one of these weird characters that just have a laugh. But yeah, it's something to do in it. Watch a bit of quizzing.
Yeah, that's it. Pretty unassuming. Well, you did very well. And thank you very much for joining us. And we'll see how your score reflects with everyone else.